Welcome to the Stoic Strength, a channel where ancient wisdom lights the path through modern challenges. Today we're confronting a situation everyone encounters: disrespect. Whether it's at work, in public, or even at home, disrespect can disrupt our emotional equilibrium and cloud our judgment. But what if we could meet these moments with poise and clarity? Drawing from the Stoic philosophy, we'll explore practical principles that can transform our response to disrespect. So, if you're ready to turn adversity into strength, stay with us through this video and let's grow together. Before we dive in, I want you to think of the last time you felt disrespected. How did you react? Now imagine handling the same situation with a calm so deep it couldn't be disturbed. This isn't just possible, it's achievable with Stoicism. Let's begin our journey. Keep your calm. Understanding the Stoic perspective. One of the foundational teachings of Stoicism, articulated by the philosopher Epictetus, is that people are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them. This principle teaches us that disrespect, in itself, doesn't have the power to hurt us. Only our reaction to it does. When someone disrespects you, it's not an objective harm. It's your interpretation that causes pain. Imagine you are in a meeting and a colleague dismisses your idea without consideration. Your instinct might be to respond defensively or feel belittled. However, by applying Stoic calm, you remind yourself that their reaction reflects their perspective or limitations, not your worth or the value of your idea. This shift in perception allows you to respond with thoughtfulness rather than emotion, preserving your peace and keeping the discussion productive. To underscore this point, picture a serene lake undisturbed by stones thrown into it. This is the visual metaphor for your mind practicing Stoic calm. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Reflect on yourself, deepening self-understanding through Stoic reflection. Stoicism isn't just about reacting less, it's about understanding more. Self-reflection is a critical tool in this regard. The Stoics believe that the quality of our lives is determined by the quality of our thoughts. Thus, self-examination is essential, not just for personal growth, but for navigating interactions with wisdom. After encountering disrespect, take a moment to journal about the experience. Write down what was said or done and how you reacted. Ask yourself, what about this situation triggered my response? Is there a way I could view it differently? How could I respond in a way that aligns with my values? This exercise not only helps in cooling down, but also in cultivating a habit of responding with your highest self in mind. Dr. Jane Goodall, an expert in behavioral science, notes, "Self-reflection is a humbling process. It's essential to find out why you think, say, and do certain things and then better yourself." Stoicism teaches us to use every instance of disrespect as a mirror, reflecting what we can adjust within ourselves. Now, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Share an instance of disrespect you've encountered and how reflecting on it could have or did change your response. What did you learn about yourself? Remember that each encounter with disrespect is an opportunity to apply these Stoic principles, not just to handle the situation at hand, but to enhance your overall emotional intelligence and resilience. Learn to pause. The power of pausing. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, offered this advice. Whenever you are angry, be assured that it is not only a present evil, but that you have increased a habit. This insight highlights the importance of pausing before reacting, especially when emotions like anger or frustration threaten to take over. The Stoic practice of pausing is a form of self-control that acts as a buffer between stimulus, the disrespect, and response. Consider a scenario where someone cuts you off in traffic, making rude gestures. Your immediate impulse might be to react angrily. However, by invoking the Stoic pause, you give yourself a moment to breathe, assess the situation, and choose a response that maintains your dignity and safety, rather than escalating the conflict. Try the 24-hour rule in your digital communications. If you receive a disrespectful email or social media comment, instead of replying immediately, wait at least 24 hours. This pause helps diffuse immediate emotions and allows for a more measured, thoughtful response that aligns with your values. Imagine a bow drawn back, ready to release an arrow. The Stoic pause is like holding that bow a moment longer to ensure the aim is true and just. As Marcus Aurelius said, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Have empathy, understanding. Empathy and Stoicism. Stoics strive to understand and connect with others, even those who might disrespect us. Epictetus encouraged us to seek the good within ourselves and understand that people act based on their perceptions, which are shaped by their experiences and beliefs. Empathy in Stoicism involves recognizing that disrespectful behavior often stems from the other person's struggles, insecurities, or ignorance. If a coworker is consistently dismissive of your ideas, instead of harboring resentment, try to understand their behavior. Perhaps they feel threatened by your competence, or maybe they are under pressure they haven't disclosed. By approaching the situation with empathy, you can address the issue more constructively, perhaps by opening a dialogue about how you can support each other better. Dr. Rebecca Goldstein, a philosopher and author, notes, empathy is the key to understanding others and forging strong social bonds, which are as essential to survival as food and water. This perspective aligns with Stoic views on the social nature of humanity and the importance of community. I invite you to practice empathy this week. When someone irritates or disrespects you, try to narrate their actions from a place of understanding, not judgment. Share your experiences in the comments. How did this change the situation or your feelings about it? By integrating the practices of pausing and empathy, we not only manage our reactions to disrespect more effectively, but also cultivate deeper connections and a more profound understanding of human behavior. These Stoic principles don't just help us handle difficult situations. They enhance our overall approach to life, encouraging us to live with intention and compassion. As we continue to delve into these Stoic strategies, remember that each principle offers a stepping stone towards becoming more resilient, thoughtful, and balanced individuals. Concentrate on virtue, emphasizing Stoic virtues. Stoicism teaches that cultivating virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation is essential for living a good life. Seneca, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, beautifully captured this when he wrote, "Virtue is nothing else than right reason." This suggests that living virtuously means acting in rational harmony with nature, which includes responding to disrespect not with retaliation, but with principled restraint and understanding. Imagine you're in a professional setting where a colleague publicly questions your judgment in a demeaning way. Instead of reacting defensively, concentrating on virtue means assessing how to uphold your integrity while also considering the broader context of teamwork and respect. You might calmly address the comment by asking for specific feedback and offering to discuss the matter privately, demonstrating both courage and temperance. Create a virtue reminder that you can refer to daily. This could be a small card with a list of virtues you aspire to embody, such as patience, empathy, and integrity. Whenever you face a situation of disrespect, refer to your card to remind yourself of the virtues you want to practice in that moment. Picture a sturdy oak tree standing firm amidst a storm. Just as the tree remains unshaken, so too can you stand firm in your virtues when faced with the winds of disrespect. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Embrace acceptance. Stoic. Acceptance. A key lesson from Stoicism is the acceptance of things we cannot change, which includes the behavior of others. Epictetus famously stated, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This means focusing on what we can control, our actions and reactions, and accepting what we cannot control, such as others' disrespect. If someone rudely cuts you off in conversation, recognize that you cannot control their manners, but you can control your response. Embracing acceptance might mean choosing not to take the interruption personally, and instead finding a way to express your thoughts fully at a later time or in a different forum. Dr. Angela Duckworth, a psychologist renowned for her work on grit, suggests that acceptance of what we cannot change is crucial to mental health and peace. Her insights align with Stoic thought, which promotes emotional resilience through acceptance. Challenge yourself to practice acceptance for 1 week. Each time you encounter a behavior that disrespects or irritates you, consciously remind yourself of the Stoic dichotomy of control. Is this within my control? If not, focus on how you can maintain your peace and integrity in response. Share your experiences in the comments section to inspire others. By focusing on virtue and embracing acceptance, we equip ourselves not only to deal with disrespect more effectively, but also to lead lives of greater fulfillment and tranquility. These Stoic principles help us navigate our relationships in the world with a clearer understanding of what truly matters, our own character and choices. Use humor. The Stoic use of humor. Stoicism acknowledges the importance of maintaining a balanced emotional state, and humor can be a powerful tool in achieving this balance. Seneca highlighted the value of humor when he said, "It is more fitting for a man to laugh at life than to lament over it." By incorporating humor into our responses, we can defuse tension, shift perspectives, and lighten the mood, making it easier to cope with and even disarm disrespectful behavior. Suppose you're at a family gathering where a relative repeatedly makes snide remarks about your career choices. Instead of getting upset or defensive, responding with a lighthearted comment like, "I guess I'm just the family's adventurous one," can keep the atmosphere friendly and prevent the situation from escalating. This approach not only shows your resilience, but also your ability to not take yourself too seriously, which can be disarming and charming. Practice thinking of a humorous response in everyday minor annoyances. For example, if someone steals your parking spot, instead of fuming over it, you might quip to yourself, "Well, they must be late for something much more exciting than my errands." This practice helps you develop a habit of responding with humor rather than irritation. Picture a cartoon character slipping on a banana peel, but getting up with a goofy smile. This image can serve as a metaphor for handling life's slips with humor. As Epictetus suggested, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Set clear boundaries. Stoicism and boundaries. While Stoicism teaches acceptance and patience, it also emphasizes the importance of self-respect and assertiveness. Setting clear boundaries is crucial when dealing with disrespect. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." This means expecting respectful behavior from others while also adhering to high personal standards. If a colleague frequently interrupts you during meetings, setting a boundary could involve addressing the behavior directly and respectfully, perhaps by saying, "I value your input, but I would appreciate it if you could let me finish my thoughts before responding." This straightforward approach respects both your rights and the other person's perspective, reinforcing your self-respect while maintaining professional decorum. Reflect on areas of your life where your boundaries might be weak or non-existent. Write them down and think about concrete ways you can assert them. Practice saying no or expressing your needs in situations where you typically would not. This builds the confidence necessary to maintain boundaries even in the face of disrespect. Dr. Brené Brown, a research professor and expert on vulnerability, emphasizes that daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves even when we risk disappointing others. This insight aligns perfectly with Stoic principles, highlighting the importance of self-care through boundary setting. Choose forgiveness, the Stoic virtue of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a cornerstone of Stoic resilience. Stoics understand that holding on to anger and resentment harms us more than it affects those who have wronged us. Marcus Aurelius reflected this when he said, "The best way to avenge yourself is not to become like the wrongdoer." Forgiveness, from a Stoic viewpoint, is not about condoning disrespectful behavior, but about freeing oneself from the burden of bitterness, allowing for emotional liberation and inner peace. Imagine a situation where a close friend has made a hurtful remark. Instead of harboring resentment or plotting revenge, consider the Stoic practice of forgiveness. Approach the situation with a conversation that aims to clear misunderstandings and express how the remarks felt, but also be prepared to forgive. understanding that this will lead to a healthier emotional state for yourself. Practice forgiveness by writing a letter of forgiveness to someone who has disrespected you. You don't have to send it, but the act of writing it can be a powerful way of releasing negative emotions and moving forward. Desmond Tutu, a Nobel laureate and human rights activist, famously said, "Forgiveness says you are given another chance to make a new beginning." This perspective is deeply Stoic as it emphasizes the regenerative power of forgiveness. Change your perspective. Shifting perspectives with Stoicism. The final Stoic principle to manage disrespect effectively is changing your perspective. Stoicism teaches that our distress is often a result of our perspective and not the actions themselves. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." By adopting a broader, more objective view, we can see that acts of disrespect are often minor in the grand scheme of life, thus reducing their impact on us. When feeling slighted or disrespected, try to step back and assess the situation from a broader context. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Is it worth my peace? This shift in perspective can dramatically reduce the emotional charge of the situation. Visualize yourself standing atop a mountain, looking down at the landscape of your life. From this vantage point, individual acts of disrespect look tiny and insignificant. This imagery helps embody the Stoic practice of viewing life's challenges from a broader perspective. Share in the comments how changing your perspective has helped you handle a difficult situation. What did you learn from the experience, and how did it change your response? Closing thoughts. Throughout this video, we've explored 10 Stoic principles that can help us handle disrespect with dignity and composure. From keeping our calm and using humor to embracing forgiveness and shifting our perspective, these strategies are designed not only to manage moments of disrespect, but also to enrich our overall approach to life. Stoicism doesn't just help us deal with negative situations. It empowers us to lead lives marked by emotional intelligence, resilience, and virtue. As you apply these principles, remember that each step is part of a larger journey towards becoming a more self-aware and grounded individual. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of Stoic wisdom. If you found these insights helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on how ancient philosophy can address modern challenges. Your engagement helps us reach others searching for guidance and inspiration. Until our next video, continue to reflect, grow, and embrace the Stoic strength within you.